Hare Krishna. Today we are going to hear about the story of the Shamataka jewel. Once there was a king named Satrajit under the jurisdiction of Dwarkadhama. He was a great devotee of sun god. The sun god was very pleased with him and gave him a jewel known as the Shamataka jewel. When Satrajit wore this as a locket around his neck, he appeared exactly like an imitation of sun god. When he puts this locket and enters Dwarka city, the inhabitants of Dwarka thought him to be sun god. Although Satrajit was known to all, but he could not be recognized because of his dazzling effulgence of the Shamantaka jewel. Thus they informed Krishna that the sun god has arrived to see him. The people of Dwarka knew that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and was staying among them as an ordinary human being. So maybe for this reason the demigod has come to see Lord Krishna. Hearing this, Lord Krishna informed that the person they are describing as sun god is actually King Satrajit, who had come to visit Dwarka city to show his opulence in the form of the valuable jewel obtained from the sun god. Satrajit had not come to see Krishna but had come to install the Shamataka jewel in a temple to be worshipped by the Brahmanas. The speciality of the jewel was this jewel would produce 170 pounds of gold every day, and wherever the jewel is present, there was no possibility of inauspiciousness in that place. So Lord Krishna asked Satrajit to present the jewel to King Ugrasena, but Satrajit refused to abide by the order of Krishna and did not deliver the jewel to King Ugrasena. Lord Krishna wanted to teach him that the best of everything should be offered to the ruling king. But somehow Satrajit denied to deliver the jewel. After this incident, Satrajit's young brother Prasena took the jewel, put it on his neck, and rode on horseback into the forest to make a show of his material opulence. But when he was moving here and there in the forest, a big lion attacked him, killed both him as well as the horse on which he was riding, and took away the jewel to his cave. The gorilla king Jambavan, when came to know about this news, went to the cave of the lion, killed the lion, and took away the jewel. As we know, Jambavan had been a great devotee of the Lord since the time of Lord Ramachandra. Then Jambavan gave the jewel to his young son to play as a toy. In the city, when Satrajit, his young brother Prasena, did not return from the forest with the jewel, Satrajit became very upset. He did not know that his brother had been killed by a lion and the lion was killed by Jambavan. Instead, he thought because Krishna wanted that jewel, so Krishna must have taken it from Prasena by force and killed him. This false news spread everywhere into a rumor as Satrajit spread in every part of Dwarka. When Lord Krishna heard about this, he did not like to be defamed. So he decided to go to the forest and find the Shamataka jewel. Taking with him some important inhabitants of Dwarka, Krishna went out to search for the brother of Satrajit, that is Prasena. Finally, Krishna found that Prasena is dead and is killed by a lion. Also, he found that the lion was killed by Jambavan by the hand without the use of any weapon. Lord Krishna and the citizens of Dwarka then found a great tunnel ahead in the forest. Lord Krishna knew the inhabitants who had gone with him to the forest would be afraid to enter the tunnel. Therefore, he asked them to remain outside and he himself entered into the dark tunnel alone to find Jambavan. After entering the tunnel, Krishna saw the valuable jewel in the hands of a child as a toy. When Krishna approached to take the jewel from the child and stood before him, the nurse who was taking care of the child cried loudly out of fear. Hearing the cries, Jambavan appeared in a very angry mood. Jambavan was a great devotee of Lord Krishna, but due to his anger, he could not recognize his own master and thought him to be an ordinary man. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to get free from anger, greed, and lust in order to rise to the spiritual platform. Not recognizing his master, Jambavan challenged Lord Krishna to fight. There was a great fight between both of them. They first of all fought with weapons, then with stones, and then with big trees, and then hand to hand until they hit each other with their fists. Both of them expected victory over the other, and the fighting continued for 28 days, both in the daytime and night, without stopping. Although Jambavan was the strongest living entity of that time, but all his joints of his bodily limbs had become weak and his strength had become nil. Sometimes in a sportive spirit, Lord wishes to fight, and when he desires so, he selects a suitable devotee to give him that pleasure. So Jambavan understood Lord Krishna by his service, as the Lord sometimes is satisfied by fighting also. Now when Jambavan felt very tired, he could understand that it is Lord Krishna with whom he is fighting, and he is no one else but his worshipable Lord. Then Jambavan prayed the Lord, saying, I now understand who you are, the source of everyone's strength and the creator of the creators. Lord, being merciful, was very satisfied with the prayers of Jambavan, and to mitigate Jambavan's pain, he rubbed his lotus palm of his hand all over Jambavan's body. At once Jambavan felt relieved from the fatigue of the great fight. Then Lord Krishna informed that he had come to ask for the Shamataka jewel, because since it had been stolen, his name had been defamed by the less intelligent people. Jambavan understood the whole situation, and he immediately delivered not only the Shamataka jewel but also his daughter Jamvati. So the marriage of Jamvati with Lord Krishna took place within the cave. Meantime, the inhabitants, after waiting outside the mountain cave for 12 days and not finding Lord Krishna coming out, at the end of 12 days, they felt very sad and sorry, and they returned to the city of Dwarka. Meantime, the fighting was going on inside the cave. Hearing this, all the family members of Krishna, father Vasudev, mother Devki, wife Rukmani, along with other friends and relatives, went to pray goddess Chandrabhaga for the safe return of Lord Krishna. The goddess was satisfied and also offered her benediction. Simultaneously, Lord Krishna appeared with his new wife Jamvati, and everybody seeing both of them were very joyful. They performed a ceremony of celebration. King Ugrasen then called for a meeting of all important kings under his jurisdiction and the chief including Satrajit. And before the whole assembly, Lord Krishna explained how he recovered the Shamataka jewel. Lord Krishna returned the jewel to Satrajit, but Satrajit felt very ashamed of his deed. Bending his head downwards and without saying a word, he returned home with the jewel. Satrajit thought how he will clear himself of this abominable act. He was conscious that he had offended the Lord. He sincerely wanted to rectify it. So Lord Krishna gave him good intelligence, and Satrajit decided to hand over both the jewel and his beautiful daughter Satyabhama. Lord Krishna informed him that he doesn't have any need of the Shamataka jewel. He said it's better to let it remain in the temple as he had kept it earlier, so that every one of us will derive the benefit from the jewel. Because of this jewel's presence, there will be no more famines or any disturbances in Dwarka. Hare Krishna.